Okay guys, Jimmy is gonna give us a walkthrough of the field. So come join us. So right now, this is where he is doing the staging. But soon he said he is gonna be moving it somewhere back over there, somewhere in the middle of the field. This is still quite a hike going that way. So that's where I came from a few minutes ago. So right now he is going to give us a tour where they usually go in. There's a creek running on this side all the way that way where I just crossed. So he is gonna be showing us where they usually go in, because some areas has a deep spots on it, so you don't want to jump in right away. So let's see, and it's to get here you have to go to US 50, and then you exit on Latrobe Road. You turn, depending where, if you're coming in west, you turn left, and then if you're coming in east, you turn right, and you have to turn in on a private road, which is going to be on the right side, and then you turn in to the first left when you go in, and that leads you to like a barn house far out. Then you just follow the trail. So they just had a game last weekend, so, and this is kind of quite a short notice, so here we are, guys.
One way you can get in right here, so like one half of like this side.
Oh yeah, so it's pretty shallow for players to cross. So we're gonna cross, guys, so you guys can see the cover, how thick it is inside. So if you're gonna play here, expect to get wet, because at least your feet anyways, because you're gonna be crossing some creek. And there's 2 or 3 creeks here, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's really one, but they split apart and come back together. So sometimes you'll cross a creek and then you got to cross a creek again. And then sometimes you only have to cross one. It just depends on where we are along the length of it.
So we are inside. And again, we are on the left end right now, and the field goes that direction. Right here, you can cross here too, pretty shallow here if you want, which was farther out. We went in from that side.
This creek here, we played a couple games lengthwise up this creek, and it turns into like alien versus predator shit in here, you know. You're looking for Jesse Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So there's some footprints here, so you can tell that they did quite a few games here already on this side. And on this field, guys, just so you know, you have to wear safety goggles or safety glasses at all times, even when there is no game, because you never know, there is gonna be that one guy and you don't want to be that person that get hit. Safety is the number one. So look how far out over there. So we are just still on the left part of the field, the left end. So it's again, we're crossing back. This is the same creek, right?
Yeah, it's the same creek.
So,
We're just trying to double back on it. You can put some mint. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
Mint. Smells feeling fresh. So when you're crossing here, guys, just be careful with the rocks because they tend to be slippery. So make sure you have a safe footing before lifting your other foot. You don't want to slip because you don't want to break your arm or anything.
if you get down this way, it's more like this.
That part.
Yeah, it's just this is this side, and then that side is more open. But it just looks exactly like this, just for a mile.
Okay, so you heard that, guys? About a mile still going that way.
It's just this type of terrain.
Yeah.
So I haven't even seen it all yet because it's so big. But the more people we get out here, the more stuff will get explored, the more cool little treasures we'll find. There used to be an illegal pot farm out here. There's some of the irrigation that's left over in the creek, in the pump.
If you can see that right there, that hose.
So who knows? You might find some of that. I haven't found any plants. I've just found everything they left behind.
So these are old stuff here, guys. So again, expect to get wet when you want to play here, unless you just want to stay up on the trail, which is not gonna be fun.
You should pretty much plan on getting wet.
So
but that's half the fun of it. Like, you can go a lot of places and have an experience where you're dry. Everything goes home clean. But typically not how wars are fought.
okay.
You
And
have a little more of a tears to the sun, clear and present danger, predator type environment. This is where you're going to play. But in order to get that, you're going to get wet.
and guys, just a reminder, if you guys are playing, don't leave your empty bottles here. You saw Jimmy just picked up one empty or one water bottle there. So help keep it clean. Dispose your waste. He has trash bins up front, so again, expect to get wet. We're walking on the creek right now, so that's about how deep you can see. So there's some spots that it gets deeper. So if you have anything in your lower pockets, You don't want to get wet. Make sure you put it on your pockets on your leg or somewhere, or leave it in your car.
Best.
So this is where we
Carry your
crossed
phone up
earlier.
here if you can, but if you fall, it's still going in.
Yep, like I said.
Sandwich bags, Ziploc sandwich bags would work really good.
Yeah. And you may or may not get a good signal here depending what carrier you have anyways. I have T-Mobile and it's not that good here, so
I'll kind of show you what the interior looks like.
alright, so we're going into the deeper interior now, guys. This is where we came from earlier. That's where we came in and explored that side. So again, he said they're still about a mile out. So this is pretty big field. So if you can come out, it would be good, so you guys at least can see and appreciate the change that it developed, you know, from just plain trees, then eventually him building some structures, putting some stuff in the middle or whatever he's planning on doing, so you can appreciate that change. And it is a lot cooler in the middle on the shade. Once you get inside, it is like 10-15 degrees cooler from compared to when you're out on the parking lot where there's no shade.
Where your snipers are going to have fun is more in here. In there it's hard for snipers, but back in these areas, you guys rule.
When I was walking earlier, Jimmy, on the other side over there,
Yeah.
on the other end, I saw a hill.
Yeah,
Is that still part of the game or no?
the hill that's like right, it's only a couple, I think 30 yards, 40 yards from the tree line.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's ours.
Okay, so
We have fought over that hill already in one of the games.
the Hamburger Hill.
Yeah. One of our previous fields, we actually had a hill that was called that. And that's what happened there. There's like lots of big areas where we can put like little towns and villages and stuff.
So right now we are on the left end of this side, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're walking back, getting like parallel to the parking lot. There's still like interior space there.
So interior side is on the right side, where usually I'm assuming people is gonna be hiding. This is the left end, or the outside left of the field. If you're facing, what is this, south, west, south?
Yeah, that's south.
So your game scenarios here, how long does it usually take per game? How many minutes?
45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many people are out here and how far out they gotta go from the parking lot.
And how do they know when to start?
We'll blow a whistle.
Okay.
I'll usually appoint or have the teams elect somebody to be like their team captain. We don't do like refs the way traditional fields do.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't work. Causes problems.
But it's
just
hard,
not-
and it's hard to have a ref in this.
Yeah, they're never where they need to be. It's a waste.
Yeah.
So what we do is you know, Airsoft's a game of reputation. There's always the players that have the, you know, really good reputation. So we'll have Team A pick 3 guys on Team B, and Team B pick 3 guys on Team A to be who they want to have, like the arbiters of things. And then we've had like one issue a game, which it's Airsoft, so it happens. But nothing serious. It gets handled. I like to rotate who's in charge of the teams and who's the refs. That way, you know, you go to some fields and it's just a bias. They have their home team, and those guys all work as refs, and it just makes it no fun. My guys might work as refs, the guys that are on my actual team, but it's not going to be only my guys. And we're going to rotate whoever wants to. If you want to be a ref, you just say, hey, I want to do that, and you can do that. Like, it's just, as long as you've got some playing experience, it's just, you know, there's a lot of ego involved and a lot of airsoft. I'm trying to find a way to get around that, so everyone can come out here and have fun, shoot each other.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's a hard nut to crack. But I think there's some other airsoft production companies, guys that I know that run those, and they don't run refs on the field. You know, it's more or less cadre, you know, elected cadre and stuff that handle it, and it works great. So I'm gonna use that model instead of the 6 guys with vests on, you know, being all judgmental on everybody. I mean, the biggest thing to remember out here is that we're all adults with toys LARPing in a field. So it's fun. We all love doing it, but you're getting a little bit overexcited. Just remind yourself of that. It's just a game. Call your hits. Give people the benefit of the doubt. No one came out here to get in a yelling match. Everyone comes out to have fun. So we just try to keep it at that.
This is
We do
not.
a Milsim game, so we'll probably use the whole field.
And
You'll
that,
have a lot of long-range patrols, ambushes, random stuff like that.
okay, are we in the middle of the field right now?
Yeah.
About halfway?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about halfway of the field now, guys. And that small hill that we passed by earlier, that is not the hill that I was talking about earlier when I asked Jimmy. There's a bigger one on the other end of this field, which is on the left side. So it is actually, there's a gap between the hill and the tree line. But he said that is still part of the land and gaming area.
It's gonna be a little thick to walk through. We might have to go
Okay,
around.
so I might have to go back.
Yeah.
So again, guys, there are plenty of uncharted trails here. You can make your own.
Which is what happens. The more times you play out here, the more trails get opened up.
Yep.
That actually was open 2 months ago. It just grew back over.
So there are a lot of plants like this. So if you are worried about your arms getting caught on those, so wear something with a sleeve to protect your arms so you don't get cut on those. And you are going to get snagged no matter where you go in here on this field. And as far as the next game, he doesn't know yet.
There'll be 2 games in August.
Okay, he
Maybe
said
2 weeks from now and 2 weeks from then.
so he is planning on putting up a game 2 weeks from now, which is July 27th. today. So, and then 2 weeks after that. So it's gonna be somewhere in August. 2 games in August.
I'll put them up probably tonight or tomorrow.
And you can
give people some heads up, some notice.
Yep, and you can follow him on Facebook, Gold Country Airsoft. The address is there. Number, if you need to have a question, send him a message. So,
yeah, if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. I'll try to get to you. I get a lot of messages, so bear with me.
today, actually, he was not planning on opening the field, but he had quite a few emails asking him, so he decided to
But then those people
open up, but those people didn't show up. So those 15 people, you owe Jimmy.
It's part of the deal. For all we know, we'll be back in the parking lot and they're all there.
Yeah, I know, right? So we've been hiking, going around, what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes?
About that, yeah.
And there's still quite a few. So you could...
If you don't have a big force, you get lost. We have to keep like the starting point really close. Because we were out here one time before we opened with 4-on-4, just playing it, trying to figure the field out. And we were an hour before we even ran into each other. Because we started too far apart.
And if you're here, guys, and you don't have your phone, you get lost or something, you need help, just shout as loud as you can. I'm sure somebody's going to be able to hear you. And you just have to shout hard and as loud as you can because this is pretty thick. Oh, look at this. That's probably from last game.
It's from the
opening game.
This
this
is one of the fobs.
Yeah.
I'll come back and get it later. Yeah, this was a fob for the June 8th game. So I'll never charge for water out here. Water's never gonna be for sale. I just give it. I don't look at it as a profit thing. It's a life safety thing. I don't know. Everybody stayed hydrated, stayed well, didn't get sick.
Yep.
Water's cheap. It's part of your ticket price. It's easier that way. Everyone stays. There's no, especially in the summertime where we're at right now. I don't want any heat casualties. The games we're gonna do in August. It'll be like, I know Hill 559 is doing a game on the 10th, so we won't do a game that weekend. I don't want to
Compete.
compete's the wrong word.
Wrong word, yeah.
I'd rather you went to their game. I'm probably gonna go to their game. So, I mean, me and my guys that are helping me with this, we're players first. We did this to have a place to play. So, they're doing a game. We go to their game.
Yep, just out of respect and support.
I'll pick 2 different weekends in August. And just remember that it's not just the water that you drink while you're here. You got to drink water a day or 2 before and start
Hydrating.
because it's going to be hot, dusty. You're going to be exerting yourself, and you'll get dehydrated before you know it. You just keep that in mind. Not only at my game, but if you go to Hill 559, or if you go to West Coast or whatever, just make sure that in these July and August months, and even parts of September, you have to really, really be conscious of your hydration. It'll cut down on headaches. You'll have just a better day. So, water's cheap. Just don't litter. I got to pick up a little bit of litter every now and again, but nobody gets sick. That's okay. But try to help me out on not crashing the place.
So right now we're in the middle of the field, right?
Yeah.
Between left and right. So the trail is on that side where the going to the staging area. So we are actually walking straight between the.
We're a little deeper. This is a little.
So there's the creek. This is the same creek that we crossed earlier, right?
Yeah, we're gonna cross back over.
So
onto
this
the
is.
north side. This one's a little deeper, but it's not so bad. We got in a really big firefight here on the grand opening game. This was a war zone right here. This was a big fight between the guys that were defending that and the guys that were trying to cross it. And you know, it's really cool because BBs were splashing up in the water and it was crazy. I wish I had my video. But you got helmet cams and stuff, like you get into the fights like places like this is where like you get a lot of good video, a lot of good imagery. And if you can see it's almost August and I'm wearing like an AOR2, a really dark green, and it still works really good in here.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how far into August it's going to stay this green, but it looks like green pigments are going to be your go-to.
And there is the parking lot over there, guys. That's where we came from, all the way from down there. So we're about halfway only. Not even, I think.
20% of the field. It goes another 3/4 of a mile that way.
And there
so I want to do in the fall. I really want to do it. I hope I can put it together and everyone is interested in it and buys tickets and shows up. I want to do a 3-day, 2-night mil-sim, faction-specific uniforms, no tape game. I'm already writing the objectives, but it's not done.
that takes plenty of planning. So let me turn around. So again, guys, we came from there, and like Jimmy said, we just covered about 20% of the field. So there's plenty more going that way. This trail right here, it goes in and then that way. So there's still plenty of field that way. That way it's pretty wide. So I walked earlier and I went that way and crossed the creek, same creek that runs over there. So he said it splits somewhere. Okay, so come out, check them out. Gold Country Airsoft on Facebook. You can message Jimmy for any question. They also have a drone video on their website, so if you want to see the overhead of the field. So as you can see, it was pretty thick. So hope you enjoyed, get a visual of part of the field. Like again, it was just 20%, but that's pretty much about the same kind of coverage of the other field. It's just different trails and all that. So it's gonna be fun here, guys. So come on and check them out next game. Thank you.